que você faria se tivesse preso em um bosque assustador, sem poder sair, e o único jeito de sobreviver é sendo observado por criaturas sobrenaturais? Essa é a premissa do novo filme da Warner, que também é o primeiro filme escrito e dirigido por Ishana Night Shyamalan, e agora estrelado por Dakota Fanning, que nesse filme interpreta a Mina, uma artista de 28 anos que se perde numa floresta imensa e assustadora ali no oeste da Irlanda.
Hello? I need some help.
O filme é baseado em um livro escrito pelo Walshine, que também coescreveu o roteiro com a diretora. Mas para tudo, onde estão? Quem são? O que são esses observadores?
Don't you want to know what they are?
Bom, para descobrir mais sobre os segredos desse filme intrigante, eu conversei com ela, Dakota Fanning. E você quer saber tudo que eu descobri? Você tem 5 segundos antes de entrar.
5, 4, 3, 2...
Prontos? Eu sou a Valentina Pulgarín e esse é o nosso Inside Warner, Os Observadores. Bora!
We call them the Watchers, but there are a few rules. Do not turn your back to the mirror. Do not open the door after dark. Do not go near the bars. Always stay in the light. Did you break the rules?
When Mina gets to this forest that you're still in it, she has to abide to 3 rules. What were the rules that Ishana said that were maybe a little different than the many other sets you've been in your life?
On any set, I think the rules should just be to be collaborative and to be on time.
Yeah.
And you know, being professional. Those are the 3 rules that I abide for myself on any set. But there wasn't anything that was spoken or any set rules. But I think I think it was a environment that was very collaborative and very creative and kind of constantly trying to think about things further, you know, and kind of get to a further place with a scene or a moment. Or there was a lot of collaboration between Ishana and Eli, the DP, on the different shots and the way that they kind of came up with the way they shot the movie, which I think is very interesting. It's not typical, you know, there's some really beautiful cinematography in the film. So I know that they put a lot of focus on collaborating on that. So I think if there was anything, it was just a very collaborative vibe.
I'm not supposed to be here, and I'm not staying here.
They allow us to live because we follow their rules.
E é claro que a gente não ia deixar de incluir curiosidades dos bastidores. Vocês sabiam que M. Night Shyamalan, diretor de filmes como Fragmentado e Sexto Sentido, também produziu o filme? Ele é o pai da Ishana e ele disse que sempre imaginou que a filha fosse seguir o mesmo caminho que ele. Sorte a nossa, eu acho.
Great to see your daughters or your children in general find their strength, and so watching that happen is amazing.
E assim como o livro, o filme também foi gravado lá na Irlanda. E eu quis saber um pouco mais sobre como foi gravar por lá. Acredita que eu descobri que a principal locação foi uma floresta de verdade, ali pertinho de Dublin? E eles ainda me contaram alguns segredinhos da produção, dá uma olhada. You went to Ireland to shoot this, just like the book is asking for it.
Yeah.
Were there any locations in Ireland that gave you that feeling of full circle with the author and the story he wrote?
So much. I mean, we did shoot a lot of our scenes, particularly any sections of the movie that take place in Galway, in the literal places where the author, A.M. Shine, had kind of ideated upon. And it was really wonderful. Like, we scouted Galway with him, and he sort of took me to the various places that he'd written and said, I was imagining that Mina sits here, and this is where I'd written that story, and this is her apartment, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So it was really wonderful to have that kind of base vision and be able to really put that onto film.
I think anytime you can actually go where the story is placed and actually make the film there, the TV, whatever it is, whenever you do that, it gives it more of a special quality or a little bit of magic. So I'm really happy that we filmed this entirely in Ireland, really in those forests in Wicklow, right outside of Dublin, and getting to go to Galway for a few days and film those things. It felt important, and so I'm glad that we were able to do that.
Mina, I know you must be feeling very afraid, but I want you to know that you'll be all right. You will survive this night. The Watchers cannot come in. They just want to look at you.
They're out there.
Yes, they are. It's a window on the other side.
Mina, take a step forward.
As a director, I feel like you have to make 1,000,000 decisions per day. What are the decisions you feel most proud of that you actually got to put in the big screen for us?
I think, yeah, by nature, I'm a very indecisive person. So it's so funny, like, doing this art form, I think. It's
That's
very
crazy.
not.
I would never say that. Never.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like to sort of take my time through decisions, but I felt for me the kind of visual language was very clear from the start. I think particularly the sets were something I had envisioned that way from the moment that I read the book that it's adapted from. So that to me was like one of the coolest processes that I could sort of exactly create the things that were in my mind at the very beginning.
I just knew that the production design of The Watchers was going to be exceptional because Ishana just she's maniacal about these things. This is the perfect story to flex her muscles.
It's important to remember that we are in their territory. The Watchers allow us to live because we follow their rules.
Is there something that used to scare you when you watched fantasy and thriller movies, and now that you've been in a few, it doesn't anymore?
When I was little, the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard of Oz was like the scariest thing I've ever seen, you know? And now I don't obviously feel that way, and you know, like, the tricks of how things work, like when she's melting, you know, she's not really melting, and you know, she's going all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's just growing up too, you know, realizing that it's not real.
I saw myself.
Someone's out there. Please open the door.
John? My husband's outside.
This is a trick.
Se você ficou curioso, você não pode perder essa estreia. Você pode desvendar os mistérios de Observadores a partir de 6 de junho nos cinemas. Ah, não esquece, tá? Pega minha dica. Vai lá seguir a Warner Channel nas redes sociais para você estar sempre por dentro das últimas novidades, tá bom? Eu sou a Valentina Pulgarín e esse foi o nosso Inside Warner, Os Observadores. Tchau!